and I will act on them. Please remember to follow Geography World channel on Instagram and Facebook using the link shown on the screen. Please remember to like, share with your friends, and subscribe. For person wishing to contact me privately, you may email me at geographyworld100@gmail.com. The link will be posted below. Guys, welcome back to Geography World. For this video, we're going to look at question number 4 on the May-June CSEC Geography 2022 paper. Stay tuned. Question number 4, it gives us a table and it says study the table below which shows information about coral reefs in the Caribbean and answer the questions that follow. So we're given a table that shows coral reefs in the Caribbean. The table shows the reef area as well as the reef at high risk of destruction or degradation. Part 1 to the question asks which country has the largest area of coral reefs, and we can tell that that's the Bahamas because it has 3,580, which is the largest. That's 1 mark. Part 2 asks that we say the area of the coral reef in Belize, and in Belize it is 1420. That's 1,420 kilometers square. Please don't leave off the square thing. That's 1 mark. Then part 3 asks which country has the highest percent of its reef at risk of destruction or degradation, and that is Barbados, because look, its area is 90 and 86% of its reef is at risk. All right, that's the highest number, so it's Barbados here. And then part 4 asks which country has approximately half of its reef at risk of destruction or degradation. We look for the one with 50, and that is Antigua and Barbuda. That is 1 mark. And then for part 5, it says state the country that has been most successful in limiting the effect of human activities on its coral reef. And of course the answer is the Bahamas, because it only has 2% of its reefs at risk, which means that it has the lowest compared to the other countries. Part B to the question asks that we describe 2 conditions that are necessary for the successful formation of coral reefs in the Caribbean. Now there are a few conditions that are necessary for the successful formation, and the first one is we need warm sea water between 25 to 27 degrees Celsius in order for corals to basically successfully form. Cold water will slow the growth of the coral, while if the water is too warm, it will bleach the corals and it will eventually kill them. Good. Second one is sunlight. Sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis, thus allowing the microscopic plants that corals feed on to make their food. And then the third one, the water must be clean, clear, and well oxygenated so that sunlight can penetrate easily. If the water is muddy, then it will prevent sunlight from entering, and corals, they need the sunlight. Corals grow best at a depth of 20 to 40 meters because this step allows for the penetration of sunlight. So between 20 and 40 meters is okay. And they grow best where there's normal seawater salinity with gentle wave movement. So corals do not grow where the water is not salty enough. For example, at the mouth of a river, if the water is not salty enough, then you won't find corals growing in that area. So these are just a few of the conditions that are necessary. You just need to describe 2. Part 2 asks that we outline 2 ways in which mangrove wetlands are important to coastal communities in the Caribbean. Now, mangrove wetlands are very important to coastal communities in the Caribbean because 1, they create great source of food and timber supplies. So food such as crab, shrimp, and fishes, they are a great habitat for small fishes, small aquatic creatures because of the roots of the mangroves. Another one is that they act as a sediment trap, hence slowing the flow of the water and encouraging sediments to be deposited, thus keeping the seawater clean. So they basically trap the sediments and prevent them from going out into the sea. Now, it also acts as a pollution filter by trapping waste using the root system of the mangroves, and the system helps to reduce coastal erosion and storm surges caused by hurricane and tsunamis by breaking the wave energy. Right? The mangrove areas, they increase land area because they help to build up the land with the deposited material that they basically trap. So the sediments that they help to build up the land. That's 4 marks if you're able to outline any. The ship industry industry is one of the most important growth sectors for tourism in the Caribbean. We're to discuss two possible negative effects the cruise ship industry can have on the natural environment. Good. Now we know that the cruise ship industry has many positive effects on the Caribbean. However, the cruise ship industry does have some negative effects on our natural environment, such as one, it creates water pollution from oil spills and other waste material that are emitted into the sea. And I don't have to discuss that further. Waste material directly or indirectly emitted from the ship kills and basically harm aquatic animals. To accommodate the ships, we have to build ports and piers. Hence, we have to establish these along the coast, and this will basically cause biodiversity to be displaced or damaged to basically facilitate these building of the ports and the piers. The smokes and the gas will basically released from the ship will basically contribute to air pollution, and the list goes on and on. You just need to discuss any two negative effects, and a total of 6 marks is yours. The question asks that we discuss two measures that have been implemented by government in the Caribbean to ensure the sustainable management of our fishery resource. Now, the fishing industry is very important to the Caribbean, and because we are surrounded by the sea, we have access to the fishing industry. Good. Now, the government in different Caribbean islands have implemented different strategies, but I'm going to speak in general. And some of these measures to basically ensure the sustainable management of the fishing industry include: one, most Caribbean islands forbid the fishing of immature fishes, thus they check the size of the fishes caught at the port. So you can't catch small fishes, you have to catch mature, big size fishes in order to be cleared at the ports. They forbid the use of dynamite and harmful substances to fish. Some Caribbean islands are involved in artificial fertilization of eggs in special hatcheries, then transfer them to the breeding ground to restock overfishing areas. So they do them in labs and artificial aquariums, and then they put them in the sea when it's time. They carry out research to understand the habitats and food requirements of the various species of fish so as to address the issue of overfishing. They impose severe penalties and fine on fishermen who catch or harm endangered species. They create artificial reefs to act as nurseries for young fishes. We try to educate the population about the effect their behaviors and actions have on the fishing population, as well as educate them about sustainable practices. They have the creation of protected fishing sanctuaries. They implement fishing season for selected species of fish, and then they maintain the fishing activities. They monitor the fishing activities by the coast. So Coast Guard will monitor the fishing activities, and there are many other factors or measures that have been implemented to help with the sustainable management of the fishing industry. You can discuss any two, and a total of 6 marks is yours, and this would add up to a total of 25 marks. We are at the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell in order to receive more videos like these. Leave comments below suggesting topics that you would want me to present on. In the comment section below, comment the name of your school and the territory for a shout out in my next video. Until then, bye.